Good evening, Bahamas. Coming up tonight.
The Freetown MP shares his views on 2 double murders in his constituency.
I'm David, and this is Fit Friday.
Our news is brought to you by Alive.
Welcome to Our News and thanks for joining us. I'm Kyle Joaquin. Topping news tonight, the new state-of-the-art General Post Office is set to open at Town Center Mall next week, according to Transport and Local Government Minister RENWARD Wells, who pledged to stick to the new relocation date following months of delays. In fact, Wells insisted that the post office is already starting to operate from the mall. Jasmine Brown reports.
Wells says as it stands now, there are only minor finishes before the General Post Office can be fully relocated, and the timeline for that is by next week.
We're going to be having an opening of the post office very, very soon. You know, I told the media before that by the 3rd week in May. I'm still holding to that.
The General Post Office is moving from its East Hill Street headquarters to Town Center Mall. Immigration Minister Brent Simonette and his brother are the principal owners of the mall and will bear the $3.5 million cost of renovating the building. The government intends to lease 75,000 square feet of space for the concessionary rate of $12 per square foot, or $900,000 a year. The government is expected to cover the cost of furniture for the post office. When the Progressive Liberal Party conducted an impromptu tour of the site in March, the project seemed nowhere near completion. Wells says since then there has been a turnaround and relocation work on the building is near completion.
We need signage. There is some of the other IT equipment is going to be placed in there, but we did not want to put monitors and cameras into a post office where there was not operations taking place, and for the fear that others may be able to come in and carry those items off. So as it stands now, that's a part of, that's the low voltage design, aspects of the low voltage design, just the equipment, the cameras, the flat screen, the teleconferencing equipment, we've not yet installed. But other than that, you would see that the post office is actually moving.
The relocation of the post office has seen several delays. Last October, an initial deadline of December 15, 2018 was set for the move. However, by November, the government said the relocation was set for between Christmas and the end of 2018. But when December came, that deadline was extended to January 1st, and when that date had passed, Wells said the new relocation date would be moved to the middle of February. Well, in March, it was a much different story, and the deadline was pushed back to May. Today, Wells insisted the move will happen by next week.
Now that we're beginning to operate, because the post office by the Town Center Mall is starting to operate. They're now requesting a little bit more space. But those things comes with actual operation when you're moving into a new space and testing out the area.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Jasmine Brown.
As the Free National Movement celebrates 2 years in office, 2 members of the Minutes Cabinet sharing opposite views on where the party stands with voters. Health Minister Dr. Dwayne Sand said on Guardian Radio talk show Z Live that the FNM has lost some ground and has to go out and explain things better to ensure people feel the improvement in the economy. However, Tourism Minister DIONISio says he disagrees, asserting the FNM is much more connected with Bahamians than the opposition Progressive Liberal Party.
I respectfully disagree. I think that we've done a great job. Are we in the middle of the term? Yes. There being some slippage, the perception may be there. But I think we're doing a great job. I think we're honest, we're responsible, we're transparent, we're hardworking. There's no corruption scandals. We're very transparent. Peter TURNQUEST is providing everybody with all the information to see how we're doing from a financial standpoint. You know, we're all working very hard. We're on the ground in our constituencies.
Diagler said while some people do not agree with him, he's entitled to his opinion.
You know, it's always good to have people in your group who sound from a different direction, so that's what he's doing. You know, I don't necessarily agree with him, and there's a lot of in our party who don't, but, you know, let him talk. This is a democracy. He can say what he wants to say. And I have no hard feelings. Let him do what he needs to do.
Finance Minister Peter Turnquest not backing down from his statement that only one gaming operator has been fully compliant in paying taxes to the government, asserting, "I said what I said." The Bahamas Gaming Operators Association was quick to refute Turnquest's statement, saying that 3 operators have been fully compliant thus far. Today, Turnquest said he would prefer not to get into a war of words.
I'm not going to get into a back and forth with the gaming industry. Save it to say that I said what I said.
That's it.
The government has collected roughly $18 million of its $50 million target from gaming operators. Turnquest chucked it up to operators not really being compliant. Well, the Gaming Operators Association called the statement false. However, Turnquest said when he checked, there was only one.
Based upon the information that I have, I made a statement. Now, if something has happened subsequent to the information that I have, then I can certainly update those statistics, and I'm sure that I will during the budget contribution. But as of the time that I spoke, it is what it is.
Despite a recent double murder on Potters Key Dock, which is a popular hangout for tourists and locals, Tourism Minister Dionisio says he doesn't agree with calls for increased police presence on the dock. With more on this, here's Giorgio Bain.
Following a walkabout in his area this morning, Freetown MP Dionisio said while he agrees with residents that more police presence needs to be on the ground, he also believes that better conflict resolution skills are needed. In the wake of a double murder at a popular stall on Potters Key Dock Wednesday night, Tourism Minister Dionisio said while this incident shed a negative light on the Bahamas' tourism product, he's not sure if more police presence is the answer.
These events are very few and far between, right? So this isn't a common occurrence at the Potters Key Dock. But every time we have an event like this, it throws a bad light on our tourism product. So we've got to ensure, obviously, that there's additional police on the ground there. But you know, everybody's screaming for more police. You don't want more police at Government House. You want more police at the airport. You want more police everywhere. But we, as a citizenry, we have to do better. We really have to stop this and try to reason through our problems instead of running for a weapon and killing each other all the time. It's senseless. It's meaningless.
The Freetown MP conducted a walkabout in the Camp Road area early Friday morning and visited the family members of those who lost their lives in Wednesday and Thursday's double homicides. Diagler said the consensus on the ground from residents is that they want the violence to end.
And the residents are, you know, they're as one would expect, they're traumatized by the event. And they want to see it stopped, and you know, are very unhappy with the state of affairs there. So, but you know, this isn't just a police issue. This is a community issue, and we got to calm everybody down, and to try to when you have a dispute with your neighbor or your friend or whatever, you know, reason through it, talk through it.
Diagler appealed to members of his constituency to find a better way to resolve their issues.
I just appealed to the constituents of Freetown. Please, reason, man. Don't go grab a gun and kill each other. I mean, what does that achieve? Now you got 2 possibly productive citizens who are now deceased. Their families are devastated. The community is traumatized. It's like, let's stop this.
Reporting for our news, I'm Giorgio Bain.
Why have one thing when you can have everything? That's the central theme behind a major campaign launched by REV today. Jillian Gray tells us more.
Whether it's your home, phone, cable, or internet service, Cable Bahamas now has one low price to help you save more as you bundle these services.
A standalone customer today that has all the components of what's offered in the trio bundle would have paid $143. Obviously, with us offering this at $99, this allows the customer to have a savings of over $40 a month.
It's the latest multi-million-dollar move by REV in its bid to dominate the telecom market. Director of Product Development ODETTE CAREY noted that customers will have access to over 90 channels, including sports, movies, and family entertainment, along with free access to HD and premium features like HBO are all included in the package. The trio bundle not only gives customers home, phone, cable, and internet at one low price, but as VP of Marketing Johnny INGLE tells us, the bundle offers features that their customers can use on the go, like the HBO app. the Rev Go Play app, and the Rev Voice app. However, he encouraged customers to use the apps responsibly. That means no watching and driving.
We are ensuring that when you are out and about, not driving a car obviously, but that when you want to watch your favourite titles or favourite shows, if you're sitting having a coffee, if you're getting a meal, if you're waiting on friends, if you're just chilling by the beach, you have that choice. But to answer the question, no, we absolutely don't endorse or hope that anyone would be watching anything like that while they were in control of heavy machinery or responsible for small children in a moving vehicle.
INGLE added that the package advances customers into the modern world. CEO FRANKLYN BUTLER said Cable Bahamas' value proposition for the campaign, which is why have one thing when you can have everything, is really about placing their customers at the center. It's a statement that COO John Gomez said they're delivering to not only their external customers, but also internal.
This launch is the fulfilling of our vision, where we've charted the course by 2022 to be the leader in enabling connected lifestyles and experience. And therefore, this launch is the beginning of our efforts to put our customers at the center and our investment in our team members.
Creating value for our customers and having the best team in which to make it happen is extremely important.
The Cable Bahamas team hit the streets early Friday morning, handing out flyers to motorists in order to spread the word about their new Trio bundle. Cable Bahamas Senior Public Relations Coordinator DAVRIELLE Burrowws said by the time stores opened, customers were already inquiring on how they can save with the new bundle.
As commuters were coming in, we had people handing out flyers, and I actually received one of the flyers, and I was greeted with a smile. And by the time I got to the desk, I was already getting notes, and oh, hey, what's going on with Trio? Like, we've already heard about it. The response on social media has been fantastic. We have customers calling in. I was walking in to my desk and I heard some of the salespeople saying, yeah, I already got a few sign-ups today. So it's crazy. It's only been a few hours, but we're already seeing a beautiful response.
The bundle package is available to existing and new clients on New Providence, Grand Bahama, Abaco, and Exuma. Reporting for our News, I'm Jillian Gray.
Still to come, a look at changes to boat inspections nearly a year after the Exuma boat explosion. Plus, one company stepping up to assist the police for a summer camp. Stay tuned.